for the mic. Let me start with my short discussion on the topic given to me. In the first place, let me wish Honorable Justice K.S. Nobin Singh, Executive Chairman Masalsa, Member Secretary Sri Ozes Mutum, Masalsa Manipur, and staff of Masalsa and staff of High Court, along with judicial officers and other invitees. I will not take much time because everybody told me to make it short. But I thought because the topic really demands a very long discussion. Anyway, let me see if I can make it very short. See, I think for a better understanding of ADR mechanism, I think a short introduction is required. See, the popularization of ADR is one of the challenges faced by judiciary at present. Along with other challenges, there is rendering speedy and effective justice, the popularization of ADR, then access to justice. Providing access to justice is also one of the very important challenges faced by judiciary, along with maintenance of credibility and trust of the people. These are very important challenges faced by the judiciary. Well, to appreciate mediation or ADR mechanism, say let's take a small introduction for better understanding of what ADR is. For example, a layman has a legal problem which has legal consequences. So, with relation with his fellow citizen or any matter that has legal consequences, what does he do? He will go to the court, bring his dispute if it is a dispute, and the court will decide the case or bring a solution that is, by application of law and by application of the procedure, legal procedure prescribed. If it is litigation, civil litigation, the procedure is CPC. And if it is a criminal case, it is CRPC, along with evidentiary law. And it's very time-consuming. And you know, what the court does is always in the presence of lawyers and assistance of lawyer, which are expensive. So I mean, the process of resolution of disputes or means in court takes time and is expensive. And after all, the decision of the court also do not bring a permanent solution to the disputants. So there are so many drawbacks. I'm not saying the judicial process is a failure. What I'm trying to point out is there is certain drawbacks which, a layman finds difficult to understand. Maybe it is because of his poverty, ignorance, and illiteracy. So, for this, we need to, an alternative has been suggested, that is ADR. And ADR can be opted under two categories of cases. A matter pending in court and pre-litigation matters. And matters pending in courts can be sent to ADR, and pre-litigation matters can also be sent to ADR, and this has to have legal foundation or legal recognition. The ADR relating to pending cases are rooted in section 89 of CPC, if it is a civil litigation. And pre-litigation matters, which I think all of us know, relates to, say, public utility services. We normally have a Lok Adalat. I think these matters are normally placed in Lok Adalat. And this reference to Lok Adalat means ADR has also legal foundation in Legal Services Authority. Act, Section 19 and 21. So this means, ADIA means resolution of disputes without the intervention of court, means without following those prescribed rules for procedure. Means the ADR resolution is based on consensus settlement between the parties. And I will not go in detail how the strategies or this mechanism for ADR, that is negotiation, mediation, conciliation, arbitrations, are some of the strategies or mechanism that takes place in mediation, this ADR system. So I'll just talk about what really hampers this ADR alternative at present. See, let me mention the resistance of the parties. Some of the parties, maybe most of the parties, are reluctant to opt for this ADR mechanism or ADR resolution, because they feel that they have a very good case. And ADR means it's a negotiation, it's a settlement between the parties, and the parties feel that in negotiation, he might have to compromise some of the reliefs available to him. So he'll be losing some of the benefits. And those are which makes the parties reluctant to approach ADR. At the same time, there are other grounds also, but this is the main grounds according to my assessment of the matter. And the other is reluctance of the lawyers. See, in a place like Manipur, where we have got very few lawyers, at the same time very few briefs per lawyer. For example, a lawyer has, say, 20 to 30 briefs. See, if 10 is referred to ADR, he'll be having no brief. So he feels that, because his whole livelihood is dependent on his profession. So he feels that, yes, his income will be affected and his livelihood will be. There are other grounds also, but this is one of the reasons why the lawyers are not cooperative, or why they are reluctant to approach the ADR process. So what we can do actually? The judges actually can encourage the ADR process. At the same time, they should meaningfully participate in ADR. Otherwise, if there is no meaningful participation, I don't think the ADR will be, say, a success process. And the lawyers also, they must encourage, cooperate meaningfully. Otherwise, the ADR process will not be very successful. At the same time, what the PLVs can do, they can bring to the knowledge of the people the benefit of such a alternative system. That is why under the Act, legal clinics are established, because through legal clinics, these can be bring to the knowledge of the people. See, most of the people who are, say, poorer and weaker section of our society cries for justice. But because of, like I had mentioned before, because of this ignorance, because of poverty, because of illiteracy, they are yet to find access to justice. And this is where the service of pro bono lawyers has become necessary. See, the concept of pro bono lawyers is, I think, a very recent concept as far as I think my knowledge goes. Pro bono means, what is pro bono work? See, it relates to, judicial work carried out unpaid for the good of the public, for the good of community in general. Because these pro bono work are normally carried out in other countries by, even in other parts of India, by law students. But with the recognition of pro bono service is given, or the service has received legal recognition through Legal Services Authority Act. See, by the establishment of legal clinic, panel lawyers are attached to each legal clinic. I think everybody knows that. So those lawyers who are attached to legal clinic has to do some voluntary service, some services as pro bono service. See, what do you mean by legal work or legal service? It has been defined by our executive chairman in his speech under section so-and-so of Legal Services Authority Act. Even Chief Justice has also defined the meaning of legal aid in his speech. But as a layman, what does it mean? Means if a person, it can be better understood by I would like to explain that in a layman's language. I'm not going to use a legal language. See, if a lay person has a problem which affects his legal status or legal if there is any legal consequences of the matter, then he needs guidance from someone who knows law. Is it not? See, so legal aid means giving guidance and assistance to lay persons about their legal status, about their legal consequences in connection with a particular event or particular fact or particular situation. So, I think, see, legal aid is, like I said, counseling, advice, assistance, and if it is pending litigation matters, that means legal aid handling the case of the parties, isn't it, in the court? And if it is not legal matters, I mean litigious matters, there are a lot of unlitigious matters, like say you drafting a document which has legal consequences, which has got legal importance, which has got legal force. So drafting of all those documents requires legal knowledge. So see, a lay person needs legal counseling, legal advice. At the same time, they need to have someone who knows law to make representations to various authorities. Say, for example, all the social welfare or development schemes introduced by the government, it is targeted to a particular section of people, is it not? And those particular section of people are normally the poorer and weaker section of the society. I mean, they are normally poor, illiterate, ignorant. So they need to avail, say, any welfare scheme, say like rural unemployment development, this guarantee scheme, right to food, and all those social welfare schemes and development schemes. To avail all those schemes, a representation has to be made. Certain forms are to be filled up, right? Then whom to approach, where to. But there is these procedures are there. The poor people, ignorant people, illiterate people have no knowledge of these procedures, and they require pro bono service. And it has been, say, legally given recognition under the Act by establishing legal aid clinic. That is where these people can approach. And the paralegal volunteers who man these legal clinics can also bring awareness to the people, can inform the people of the availability of pro bono service. So I think this is a very, very important for us to overcome these challenges faced by us. And I think all of us has a duty, I think, to face these challenges. And I think I should not take more time, because what I have prepared and what I have stated, I had prepared for a longer speech, a longer this thing. I had thought of discussing topic wise. Even I had brought my diary also. I left it there because it will take another, say, an hour or so. So I think I'll sum up by saying that we have a duty to bring justice to the people. We have a duty to render speedy and effective justice. We have a duty to popularize ADR process, and we have a duty to provide access to justice, and we have a duty to maintain dignity, credibility, and trust of the people. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for the valuable words. To wind up today's program, let us enjoy a short film on legal awareness. It is called Khangmin Nasi Ikoi.
Ima, chaklame, chakloi dribo.
Kadai de pesana, chingwalu duino. Paisa khara leijamba dusu. Napani yu khamale. Leiramdre.
Papa na chingwalak toro.
Wala ni. Soidana wala ni. Ho sing du pu budane, makhonga do. Hayang to lak tuiba.
Khangde ima. Ai di chak yam la me haisini.
As kana dai nu me bu hosipu. So lu doi sibo.
Ima, so lu ko na paisa pi kya hayu.
Tumi leyu he, masi masu.
Ima, hala he. Baba se, sing pora la male. Hairang le.
Saki magundi lama kan sekang. Enupi. Sak lor banatra.
Kadai de gi pesana chingwandana thongdoino. Khara leiramba dusu. Ibungona thakdo bikre.
Kadai deno kitang solaga thong bayadro.
Ai di chak la me haisini.
Ho ngamjadre. Aina sotwan madagine. Sotaba dukan laisalaktre ne. Aina hek sotaba haibu ne. Moi mantri gi dukan do. Sarkar gi thabak yole haido. Du da ngai re sotaba.
Aduzo adum solaga promotion karakter ngamaktuine.
Ai di ngamjaroi haisini ko.
Akhoi bu hataki singem badu phanggidabrane.
Is ching yen baga suni singa imal. Chak tu di lama abanina.
Ina kumba mi amagi purkhaw dagi lairaba khoi gumba amada yelakpa cheng sunna taba. Kunai cha ma oibagi citizen amagi right to food oina National Food Security Act 2013 gi makada cheng kiji manga pangba haibase ai khoi gi adhikar adubu phanggidraba khoibo nangna cheng leite ai dubo
Tauri shiune.
phangda taradi akhoi lekai da leiba legal aid clinic ta chalaga तानरगा कंप्लेंट तौरुगे चेंग दो कदाई चखरगे
Hoi ibungo ne nomugiне kizi amam thakdokpido kaubirabo
aina ching yepdo man uhorma othogi kai
mase yu ngawai mathaktane ngawsinnabam su yauri
hoine adu ching du soluroba
ho aidinga moi haisini
nate makoi tukan dubu akoina khraga shopi budagi hinjeri natro paisa piraga laido di atai tukan de adum lairu yaina akoina di moi hinjeri no moi tukan de shopi bewan
ho aidine sungam hengam roi haisini
Hey, nangbu maitei nupi natro. Kaurabro maitei nupi ki thona. Kaurabro maitei nupi. Lintoi gambi ki thona. Maitei chanu. Mirabai ki thona kaurabro.
Ho nangina tawdudine Mirabai ga do loi kai sen khrani.
Mase cintak taka yam khumene. Mase. Hey cherang khunbi manbi.
Ai bu sen khunbi gaina. Ho yurem thakpo. Mi na piri ngai thakpo.
Ay saubiga haire me mase ai bu yam usitte pagi mo ne mase puman de ne ke to ta hato ga je jel de nuana hawai tong bo cha ra ka le u ge kai chakhare khori to oh de le nang da hat ne no
Hello ai da hat piro
nang da halaga ai da akhoi mana ba masen le ju ra ge
Cái đâu đây bà?
không bro nong
Cái nó nói tổng nó đi xe. Nói nó tổng nó đi xe bộ cái nói bà. Cái với cái tụ cái tức khăng tập lại mẹ. Mẹ bà, cái nó mang tổng xe.
ai gi khori mi li
Ha, năng như là khẩu đi mẹ đi bà.
hoi khura
Khăng tổng đi tàu đi xe. Hey, thả tôi này.
cho tôi
Hey, mày sáng mai tao phải làm cái gì? Mi cái khẩu đi của tụi cái nó chỉ với ta đây mi. Thả tôi này.
Makori ne ikan hekaladana
Nó cái đâu nó cái mà nói tàu đi xe.
mana ibu jurem thakpa kaina hari ni ne
Cái gì? Má này urem thắc bài là hay đi bà.
hari ni ne
Urem thắc bài là hay đi mà sao nó tụi sáu bữa ta bên này. Nắng nghe tụi nó cái đâu cái hay đi bà. Mi sáu nó bài na.
adu ki ne aina makori melido
Má này chụp đi, nắng nó sáu bà. Ngày con hay lạc bát đi. Nắng nung mà da urem xí cái yam đi thắc bằng à mi.
eh gakam do bokura
Yeah, cái đâu cái hay rồi nó chơi đi mình ngang ngang gì ta. Hay, cái đâu cái hay rồi nó nang bỏ.
khura mana ne aingonda ne serang khunbi male hai di ni ne
À, má này nang onda.
Hoi.
Siren kun bi mà lên hay đi bà.
hai di bani
Kun chu kun da bi da.
hoi
Adu da domestic violence hai baduni.
kaino kura domestic violence hai jubo karam bayum da yok pasano kura
Sa na te mun na tao ai hai ke. Domestic violence 2005 hai di ba ek ase. Lai ngang na nupi sing gi da makta yai phana ba sem ba ai ni. Ek asina kana gom bi mayum pal bi nupi amapu. Magi mapuroi bana na traga imung manung na. Ot pi ba nai bi ba yadi. Angang nupi pu i aduna section lo lapati. Hauji chu matam lai di hai bi ri sini.
eh ai wakhan ta jarani kura ai afaba nupa mo ina bo honaradam bot sidang loi gi jino to bune kura
Eh.
thaja nang saur janga jalo adudi kura good night
Mai ji hai jin na ba di man ge da.
Nanu hayo. Kaino ni aije Manipur ki miyam khangna riba actor maming leiraba Manipur film star cum singer Ji Boni Saram. Ha kariba. Phangrene
Kadarita.
maje mu maya chawduri ni hairi ni mi.
Masu yam hairene. Mano khajal pangomi ne.
To customer am lai.
Ayim tangogi ko.
Bai pe am biru.
Kaidok sige.
Cái nồi sum đông đi, ai gari shi,
Karamno haja.
sini,
Sidai sira.
sini,
Kari sembi gidaba.
ai gari shi, horo natana, atai dia makol loi thoi na, madu am dei yengan jage changjar iba,
Makon thok kadorba horon duna thok traga.
hoi,
Atai ne loi thoba. Sidi gari cancer ni.
yar dia am tu sembiu na,
Ekogi head mistake do. Amta tana jagi.
hoi hoi am tahu na,
Kaya de no ba.
As maji parag yam tani da. Thuna loiba yaba nati ba.
ꯑꯗꯨ ꯀꯔꯤꯕꯨ ꯌꯥꯗꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯣꯕ
ꯑꯣ ꯈꯣꯡꯒꯗꯕ ꯍꯣꯔꯣꯟꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯈꯣꯡꯕ ꯌꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯑꯇꯩꯗꯤ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯈꯣꯡꯉꯤꯁꯤꯅꯤꯗꯅ
ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯉꯝꯃꯔꯣꯏ ꯀꯣꯛ ꯍꯥꯏꯔ ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
ꯑꯗꯨ ꯏꯇꯥꯎ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯁꯨꯗꯅ ꯂꯩꯕꯁꯨ ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯅꯪꯅ ꯉꯝꯃꯔꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯣ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯗꯣꯏꯅꯣ
ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯂꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ ꯏꯇꯥꯎ ꯅꯦꯠꯋꯥꯛ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯇꯦ ꯁꯦꯝꯕ ꯌꯥꯔꯔꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯌꯣ
ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣꯅꯦ ꯏꯇꯥꯎ ꯒꯥꯔꯤ ꯁꯦꯝꯕꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯅꯦꯠꯋꯥꯛ ꯌꯥꯗꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒ ꯍꯦꯛꯇ ꯌꯥꯔꯒꯗ꯭ꯔꯅꯦ ꯏꯇꯥꯎ
ꯍꯣꯏꯅꯦ
ꯑꯣ ꯅꯦꯠꯋꯥꯛ ꯌꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯗꯤ ꯒꯥꯔꯤ ꯁꯦꯝꯕ ꯌꯥꯗꯕꯩ ꯃꯑꯣꯡꯗ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯈꯟꯖꯔꯅꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯖꯤꯜꯂꯨꯔꯁꯨ
ꯑꯩ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯨꯒꯦꯀꯣ
ꯀꯃꯥꯏ ꯇꯧꯔꯦ ꯀꯝꯗꯧꯕ
ꯉꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯒꯥꯔꯤ ꯂꯩꯅꯥꯁꯦ ꯁꯦꯝꯕ ꯌꯥꯔꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯌꯦ ꯅꯦꯠ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯇꯦꯕ
ꯀꯔꯤ ꯒꯥꯔꯤ ꯁꯦꯝꯗꯕꯨ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯤꯅꯦ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯃꯅꯨꯡ ꯉꯥꯡꯉꯤꯗꯣ ꯑꯩ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯇꯥꯔꯃꯤꯅ ꯃꯉꯛ ꯁꯝꯗ ꯃꯁꯤ
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯅꯦꯠ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯇꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯖꯕꯗꯤ ꯏꯇꯥꯎ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯍꯦꯗ ꯃꯤꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯂꯩꯇꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯖꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯅꯤ ꯂꯥꯟ ꯂꯧꯕꯤꯅꯨ
ꯍꯌꯦꯡ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯥꯛꯄꯤꯔꯣ
ꯑꯗꯨ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯍꯦꯗ ꯃꯤꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯂꯩꯇꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯆꯨꯝ ꯍꯥꯏꯌꯨꯗꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯅꯠꯇꯗꯅ ꯒꯥꯔꯤ ꯁꯦꯝꯕꯕꯨ ꯅꯦꯠ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯇꯦ ꯒꯥꯏꯅ ꯁꯥ ꯙꯞꯇꯤ
ꯑꯁ ꯑꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯍꯣꯔꯣꯟ ꯌꯥꯗꯕꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯐꯔꯛ ꯇꯥꯒꯦ ꯇꯧꯏꯍꯦ
ꯒꯥꯔꯤ ꯁꯦꯝꯕꯕꯨ ꯅꯦꯠ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯇꯦ ꯒꯥꯏꯅ ꯙꯞꯇꯤ ꯙꯞꯇꯤ
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯣꯖꯥꯒ ꯃꯤ ꯊꯦꯡꯅꯔꯒ
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯗꯨꯕꯣ
ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯗ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯥꯔꯣꯁꯦ
ꯁꯦ ꯎꯔꯨꯝꯁꯤꯗꯅꯦ ꯋꯥꯈꯜ ꯇꯥꯅ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯋꯥꯔꯤ ꯁꯥꯁꯤ ꯏꯕꯨꯡꯉꯣ ꯋꯥꯛꯁꯣꯞꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯒꯤꯅꯤ ꯗꯤꯁ ꯏꯁ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯋꯥꯛꯁꯣꯞ
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯥꯗ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯔꯤꯗꯨꯕꯣ ꯒꯥꯔꯤ ꯊꯧꯕꯕꯨ ꯐꯠꯂꯣ ꯍꯦꯛꯇ ꯍꯥꯏꯖꯤꯜꯂꯤꯗꯨꯕꯣ
이봉호 난 모브 저스티스기 아이네 간디리세 나라이브 퍼름
하이
이봉호 스따라마니 이름 남시다 얌또이나 톡바 준밀라리 강다나 굿다 아인 빠이드나 모브 림칭 또바 하이브디 모브 저스티스 또바 모브 저스티스 또바다기 란자드라부 분치케 비컴날리 미오이케야 아와바타 그래 어두노이 거리 강디노 어두노 이봉호 모브 저스티스에 송또욱도로이담 송또욱도로이담
샤샤 가리 파이네 덕절락쁘게 하이라가 모브 저스티스기 에브다이스 오이 떠올래래나 샤 덥디
덥나티네 이봉호
너 쿠라디 모터 베이클 액 1998 하이버 마타 크라브라
그노이 마사노네 맘밍부 어둑 샹 돌리두보
밍나테 따다 무나타비유 아이코네 람비데 가리 탐나리비사 니오 맘기 마카 탐나리비니나 마두 까이랍디 아인고이 바사락 라이 쿠담 오이나 하랍다 모터 베이클 기 액 아시나 가리 마사다 미 아후 머리 동전바 야데 햄레 우트나 가이 타우바 가리 타우나 모바일 폰 와리 사바 야데냐 ट्रैफिक की साइन इंदबा साइन पीदन ले लोंबा बगल लोबा हेक्ता टेक्शन बया नतेना शिगी मथक्ता अतो पचंगना कालो मैम सुलैरी मैम दु खंगबी उतादा
퉁도보니 이봉호 워크숍세 아이기니 아이기 마빠 여우레네 핵 하질락바다 이봉호 가리 터골락바세 우자호드레 와로비누 셔비누 고 이봉호
오 तादने हेन में कालिकला
호이 호이 이봉호
अदुदी नेटवर्क तारेना
아까도 봐
फरे फरे अखोई गाड़ी थोबसी खरा चेक्सिन सिको एक्सीडेंट का है थोलेबसी लंबी चटपा नियम चुमदबगिनिना
याम नुवाइजरे इबुंगो इबुंगोदगी कानरब पोक्ता याम फंगजरा याम नुवाइजरे इबुंगो इबुंगो ngasi gari thingana jabasi
ए कमदोबा
इबुंगो ga thingnabasi
हाय हाय नोइगी नेटवर्क से फरकताय है फरे आइसु योगजरगा गाड़ी सेमबु नेट यादे गाइना शा धपती हाय हाय
कइनोने माना इङोंदा नेटवर्क काइन हाइरमिदुबो
ओजा ओजा कइनोने असिन पासे मोबाइल दे गाउबनी
ओ अदुगिरा अदुननिन्द्रा मसकसि मोरेगी मोबाइल याम चावा हौबुदु मालिने कइनोनि से अखोइगिसिदा थबक सुबा खर याहल्लोये हेंगदगी दिने माजु थबक सुबा यावरदमनिको
नंग नमिंदी कइ कवे
तोंबा कवे
मादी याम अंगांग ओइरिबि
ममा मपाना फजना मबुक थलनबसु ngamdre लारिक तमनबसु ngamdre सिदा लेरगदिने खोइगे सुमिनबा यारे सामिन थमिनबा लोइनि यारेदना लाला थब हौरसिको नंगसु हयेंगदै दिने बुक थन थन चारदनिको
ओइ अरे नसप्रो गाउनी कृष्णाउनी नवलौतेना नोइ न थौलै ब्रो ओइ आई पिगे ताजौने
मसी युङाउसी मुङाउर लामाले
आई कुम्बमी दिने आई पिगे खंजौ है चाम की मनुदा अमुक तंग यावने
हाय तो अइना नहान थाजदे हाइदुने भोट की ओइदा पादब मयाम मताबगी नाकोंगसी सिंजा याइरिङै सिदा यु ngaubasigi dialogue amuk taadana lem tarabra naibo
अमुक तंग पोपनिको 1 by 100 ai singai is Kangsoida morok lang nakiraga thadaba aduga amu sigalaga morok met panang nasu ai bu jurem thakpa gai nasu oi
mai sibu ai ngon do ri jalana naha mu aina morok leitadana tawgibdu madi kamai hori jano
thato kanani candidate sinra moina vodka raga ai khoida ju glass ma leibi do su natti ei sorgi masak oiraba election commission yaraga di vote che ta khuding gi ton biu ba pabung gi puning sing jeri
masi pen na mutadi ngango gi ta yak
ai na soro sing jeri
hey yumlo na balik ta ba kang sui de ki lokhalapa ngana amuk kang haleraga ngaro oina sabo
as mi manam namida mi la pomale
hey ai din hey nangi yumlo na ba morok ta langna ki budo
as ta ho mane ne ontong ni kai re ta kura ai pare kari lege kura bot komba la piri bro
masi wani
kanagi no ai ngon de thadedri moi mangjere na haiba candidate tugira natragana corruption je sutau toroi gana yamman haiba candidate tugira
wakhan gati pura democracy de leirene thaba inkhang ama sunomna nupi angang thakpang amna bo hona ge so haide nupi de gi ni raga chabadu bo ikai driver
kura adu di hainu da ai uzuti nupi de gi nidre
adu di kanada ni re
oh candidate gi ni re
ngaujeram sumagi ni phamdi phajana khangine se
kura akhoi kendra gi miam se yam singde da pangai di sorkani
ngai kho ai khoi kendra gi miam sida kaidora ba khoi kendra na kaidora ge
yengune kura migi kendra gi di vote ki damakta irang sagan nagre khana bo chaina bo nongmai ga kap khai nadna phuna ba hau gre aba
masi
akhoi sida bo tumin le silji singi roba
vote na ka ga da ba moina dum ka khini yekna bana laikai masen adum yekna dana lai honi ka ga ba matung da su hangoi bora bi gum chongthok ko chongsin ga amu ke ta tinani amu he ta khanani adi dagi mana hai ba wa bo na amu he ta tongna rakani irang tawraga gari kana dawri ge ba masi bu kana ri bro madu di ne budu sing na tawga da ba thabak ni apang sing na tawga da ba thabak ne ba sida bu prajai khoi da gari kana ri ge ba
irang tongnadra di akhoi voter gi rate che kamai he ga tuino you pick kamai machine he ga tuino kurang ngam pangida
kaya dano magi arithmetic simati kaudri ne se hai adubu election gi wahan thoksimati munna khangjilu
kaino election da you thau banatra karam bawan tok leri ge
hai ai hai ge mun taw democracy set pa lai ba ga mada mi khal hai ba se tawdraba yada ba thaba amani miyamna miyamgi maraktagi miyamgi mihut khal lerga lenga khan ba hai ba se democracy gi phajagraba machani aduga amarom dana भारत की संविधान की आर्टिकल 326 की मतुंगिना राइट टू vote थादबा हाइबसे अखोई की हक नि एना हाइरि अदुना मिपुम खुदिमकना अकी तुजुंग यावदना मनिंग तमना vote थादबगी मनिंग तमबसे पीरि बनि है अदुना अखोई की असेंग ममिहुत खननबगी दमकता सुंसोई सोइदना vote थादबदी थोकदम
खुराना हाइबिरि दु चुमंगनी येंगोने खुरा कागरब सिंगसिना कागरब मतुंगदा मा निंग पतौ तोनन अदुददी लौब यारिङे द खा लौबा थकप यारिङे द खरा थाहौबा बोट थादा बा सिनि खुरा वाखन तारनी को
हाय आई वाहिगे अखोइना अखोइगी मिहुत खनबदा अखोइगी भोट पु सेन ग ओनगिबदगी सेंजा थुमजा हाइबसे नाकोइना ना ओहेलैमि nang na ma thopa tawe na hai do miam na paisa panglo da lo thopi batagi vote ta sen yam na chang dagi ni na amarom da na kana gumba mioi amagi vote pu paisa na natraga pot chaina cha that pijadana lan na sijina base masi ain na yade samna harabada vote leiba yon base masi bribery offense ni masi IPC section 171B amasung C gi matungina masi chera phangba yabani ko aduna vote na sen phangba gi wakan si thadok si ko yare nang chango cho adunang yu thaga na nupi angang da ot pa nai badu tong ko
Kadai de ot panoda kura. Aina sung nusidana kupang tha sana bani.
Kupang na thari du nusirira. Hey, aina tong no hai chin. Ai dina complain hete tong dong ni.
Kura ai loina bab ta sai ke no. Appa nu pa mo redam ne. Bot sida logi sino to bani.
Phare. Chang yare.
Yam nungai re kura. Ayu di kura. Ai yum phau dang changjaru gi ge. Kura, good night.
Ash. Masi kamdong di tawli si dia.
Hadi gelas muta ambani hojik tu bawa macam kare takhaya maligli amasera maddi karishunate yuthakpa pa yuthakpa pa yuthakpa pa yuthakpa hoy inspector yuthakpa de sine pame khadama inspector yuthakpa na lemna khakta de hoy yuthakpa pa yuthakpa pa yuthakpa pa yuthakpa adubu inspector yuthakpa mamang sine pame khadama inspector yuthakpa mamangda sarab yaudun ta kaima nathan chingdamane chingo hoy yuthakpa pa yuthakpa pa yuthakpa pa yuthakpa oja loire
nungare awa bakar pothare na sha
oja na muke hen pothana ba ise mo gasu leire oja
chou
chak thek pina bane sakpani ko ja
yai ngasi lokta khongban sida inau nauri aigi pungning she ithak haure ipum kare aigi pungning aigi wakan ngasi lokta khongban sida kuman gi khambara nangbu Purimbagi mapari kumanji khambara nangbu Purimbagi mapari yadi hey milai hey nang ne hydro lutong tolok chu
hoy oja
hey bungo nang manu gi ke no wasi posai jeng tolok selu ai milai tong na ke
yare
kai dok sikita da
이bungo no ku thado bu ya ba kana yauri ai gari se start se yadra amti yambiu
yani yang jage bungo
How?
nang moram to poro hai
호여자.
ka toro hai nak tangai biu
fane
kada
세워자.
som de lejin biu
야 몰리니.
hey kai nu nung tawsha
몰레나 떼토게 떠보네.
adu phajana hana hai biadro kari sare se long tare
낭ꯧ도 떼녀자. 아이네나 아이닝이네.
musi ngang si na tai sa bun tawdi nang khajal luru nang
nangna saujanaga hekta tokbu ya natida
오자 아이란자래.
kaga ang to phada biu angang ni khangda tawrini
이bungo 안강이 하르가 hekta ya 안강 월수 광디 나리시디
no adu dikaino adu phajana salla tar budi
그야 들으니 안강 지가나 하 신능나 사로
nate da tada
아수 삐글리바 안강 시부 살레 버가 오헬레드나
koi si dadi lebar karam lagti da
ai haigi munata child labor haibase masagi sahi tara mari mapung phadriba angang singbu ain kaina thabak suhanba amadi ain ne yadabu sinpham singda adai khudong thiba yaba thabak sing tohonba sibu child labor ko khudam moina harabada minai uhenba angang lalonba namdana lami uhenba nattaba lambida namdana pusinba factory industry workshop na jingbuda angang singna masa sokodaba mafam singda thabak suhanba yade haiduna Indian Constitution ki Article 24 na hairi
akhoi gi sidi minai gumbagi mong dina teda
angang hai sidi mahi taman gadaba matam ne noina mabu saida phajin ne thabak suhan ne thamise child labor ek ki makhada nang chairang phangoi de bui maram leiti
as moi mungi khara kana jajan hoidra mabu thabak ya holu basidi ai chairang phangba tarba sobinu tada ai makhata na mabu thabak ya hon jararo
angang sidi kanai masang
makharongi tada lakpati gi masani pani
yuma budro nang napaga wari shadab yadre gari ga jam semro thao phungi phunjunu ai yoroge ko
ai amma pomma pokhudin dan binangam bakoi jeki ma pomma pokhudin dan biji si bapan jeki cha chu ai na thong jeki ai bi chu ai na chu jeki ko li wai ram chu chen jeki ai ma pomma pokhudin dan binangam bakoi jeki Hema, ita, nang kuragi moram te lokthok chuso.
Hoi bu.
Ita, monda yam nungai ne lebirami. San talami bra, isai sami bra.
San tana isai sami ni ne. Joy.
Yari.
Yai
phare ita.
Opus do.
Yari.
Lingelo ita. Ita. Nat sankriton tawba ikhui sei. Matam mi sei si saktaba yadre ne.
Kari ino ita.
Matam mi sei sakpa singsina aikhui te attack tawreipsi ita karimda khangdribra.
Nati ita, hari sibo. Matam mi sei sakpa kambu singa sina. Nat sankriton tawba ikhoida. Tiar gyas kapsandana. Mok bongga langsindana. Attack tawba yaw phrabrane. Ai di tabu to hongdine.
Adui wa nateda. Aina haibdi makhoi su makhoi gi genre da stage da karida film da sakpodo adum sakchona. Adudi natadna yengone moina mato mai do hoselatra kana gi tabla adagi na ton khongbi bakshi mamdu kariye
harbiam
adu yauselatra tawrise ai khoi de attack tawrpan natro
adugi wabu sakcha sunu kaino moizu ibongi nam sonjabani kaino
kai budi kai de ne aduda moidi nupi angang ne yaba ngaktani do film star film kumba kumi mayamam yauri moida loina ne khrapti ai khoi di chara heloidro
sumini ita masak matau di moine helibo naha ngaktani na leshabi macha mau naha ka kasu yauri gari da haru gadi ita moidi item gumba
mani barna gumba aduga ita ai khoi gumba sina man gari gumba adagi roller gumba
Saktiman atik bugumani.
Mani. Lambi dagi lupa tara kunba diesel auto tok adu gumbane aba.
Adona re tauna matami sei lau birmi se.
Mani ne. Hayeng bato lakta kanda cara hendana ba moigi awang ba stage ka tu ka khatana. Kari kaugen he moigi upang mak ngaksum de yan thabi tara ka tingba khujin de khopto.
Tao ai khangjai gengtar haiba.
Gengtar haibra. Adu mangak samde yandare erega.
Ita.
Bu. Adudi hogalaga tawse.
Hogala tawsira.
Hogalaga tawse.
Tara tingba gengtar du mangak samde yandarega. Stage mathaka ka khatna. Tara yani pipe de dawbi. Sya loina kelam dai gi barbar pathabi. Ai barbar pathabi. Hey barbar pathabi. Sakpa yare dana.
Adedi tao. Ai ga gasi pai khangde pakde khangde. Khungu budama tongchilaba. अरे करिए मुगी फुरखाव मया स्वाइदा यानदबी मरी म यानथबुदुबा
योली दुना त्रो आई खंगे चैलेंज
चैलेंज दुमा यानथरबा अरे अनु अमुबा पाको मौसलबा ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯒꯦꯡꯇꯔꯗꯨꯃ ꯄꯥꯏꯔꯦ
ꯑꯧ ꯄꯥꯝꯕ ꯈꯛꯇꯣ
ꯊꯥꯏ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯅꯔꯣꯂꯤꯔꯣ ꯊꯥꯏ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯅꯔꯣꯂꯤꯔꯣ ꯊꯥꯏ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯇꯥꯗꯦ ꯅꯪꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯅꯪꯅ ꯇꯥꯗꯦ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯇꯥꯗꯦ ꯅꯪꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯅꯪꯅ ꯇꯥꯗꯦ ꯊꯥꯏ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯅꯔꯣꯂꯤꯔꯣ ꯊꯥꯏ ꯃꯥꯏ
ꯁꯛꯄ ꯌꯥꯗꯣꯔꯤꯕꯅꯤ
ꯌꯥꯗꯧꯔꯤꯕꯅꯤ
ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯖꯣꯅꯔꯦꯜ ꯂꯥꯟꯅ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯡꯗ ꯀꯨꯝꯃꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯨ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯖꯗ ꯀꯥꯈꯠꯂꯒ ꯁꯛꯄ ꯀꯩꯁꯨ ꯀꯥꯏꯗꯦꯅꯦ ꯏꯇꯥꯎ
ꯀꯔꯤꯝꯇ ꯀꯥꯏꯗꯦ ꯁꯛꯄ ꯀꯥꯏꯗꯦ
ꯄꯨꯄꯨꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯑꯩ ꯆꯪ ꯌꯥꯔꯅꯤꯀꯣ
ꯌꯥꯔꯦ ꯆꯣ
ꯑꯗꯨ ꯉꯁꯥꯏ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯣ
ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯅꯦ ꯅꯪꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯣ
ꯄꯩꯁꯥꯗꯣ
ꯄꯩꯁꯥꯗꯨꯔꯥ
ꯍꯣꯏ
ꯄꯩꯁꯥꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯀꯥꯎꯗꯦꯅꯦ ꯅꯪꯁꯨ
ꯑꯧ
ꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯡꯈꯩꯁꯤ ꯄꯨꯔꯣꯁꯦ ꯁꯦ
ꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯀꯣꯟꯅꯔꯣꯏꯌꯦ ꯆꯥꯝꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯤꯕꯤꯔꯛꯑꯣ
ꯅꯣꯏꯁꯤꯅꯅꯦ ꯄꯩꯁꯥ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯕꯁꯤ ꯍꯦꯟꯃꯟꯈ꯭ꯔꯦꯍꯦ ꯑꯆꯥꯄꯣꯠ ꯆꯥꯕꯒꯤꯕꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯗꯤ ꯂꯨꯄꯥ 10 ꯆꯄꯤ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯊꯥꯎꯁꯨ ꯊꯨꯝꯁꯨ ꯉꯥꯔꯤ ꯉꯥꯇꯥꯏ ꯈꯣꯈꯣꯕ ꯂꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯩ ꯁꯦ ꯆꯥꯝꯃꯁꯤ ꯄꯨꯔꯣꯁꯦ
ꯑꯣ ꯄꯨꯄꯨ ꯍꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯗꯤꯅꯦ CCTV ꯀꯦꯃꯦꯔꯥ ꯂꯩꯇꯤꯌꯦ
ꯀꯔꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ
ꯑꯣ CCTV ꯀꯦꯃꯦꯔꯥꯗꯣ
ꯑꯍꯥ ꯁꯤꯕꯨ ꯅꯍꯥꯟꯋꯥꯏ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯅꯍꯥ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯤꯉꯩꯗ ꯄꯣꯠ ꯌꯦꯛꯈꯤꯕꯀꯥꯗꯨ ꯀꯅꯥꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕꯖꯥꯠꯅꯣ ꯃꯉꯣꯟꯗ ꯉꯔꯥꯡꯗꯤ ꯄꯩꯁꯥ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯇꯥꯏꯕꯣ
ꯏꯇꯥꯎ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯊꯧꯒꯜ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯔꯨꯕ
ꯂꯨꯍꯣꯡꯕꯅꯦ ꯄꯩꯁꯥꯀꯥꯁꯤ ꯊꯥꯈ꯭ꯔꯕꯖꯥꯠꯅꯤ ꯅꯨꯄꯤꯗꯨꯅ ꯆꯍꯤ 35-36 ꯑꯗꯨꯋꯥꯏꯃꯨꯛ ꯁꯨꯔꯝꯒꯗ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯅꯨꯄꯥꯗꯨꯅ 19 ꯑꯗꯨꯋꯥꯏꯃꯨꯛꯇꯤ ꯁꯨꯔꯝ ꯇꯥꯏ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯄꯦꯛ
Due to time constraint, Lordship, may I conclude the program? Okay, that's it for today. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Lordship. Thank you, everyone, for your time.